Hello there. I honestly can't tell if this is working. Okay, TVC here. Welcome to the Dark Stream. This is an interesting day because I have reached over 300 subscribers. It is Halloween, and I also realized that last time I made a big mistake. So today, I'm going to fix it. As you can see, this is a 379 line file, well yeah, it is a file of code, and the code encodes us humans, our position in the tree of life. It is 69 layers deep. We have life, eukaryotes, podiata, amorphia, obozoa, opisthecons, holozoa, philozoa, choanozoa, animalia, you know, the animals. And then everything down all the way to homininae, hominini, hominina, homo sapiens. Although there's a couple issues with this. First of all, we are not homo sapiens. I mean, we are, but part of us isn't. Part of us isn't homo sapiens, it's homo neanderthalensis. Or homo donis docent donid donis don't no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do Denis. I can't press. Nothing I'm doing is working. Oh, because that's Denisovan? Denisovan. Yes, part of us is Denisovan blood. So I gotta figure out how to do that. And also, I didn't realize this at the time, but for example, if we scroll down to these guys, right here, let's scroll up till we find it. Oh, it just, okay, right here. So as you can see, I have this chordate group. It's a phylum, and it contains these two things. That's fine. Hello, Tanya. I'm gonna ask you how you're doing as soon as I'm done explaining this. How do I put it? This phylum contains the information olfactores and cephalochordata. What this means is I did the whole thing upside down. So what I should have done is I should have put the description, all of this stuff, within the clade. And I have to fix it and put everything right where it's supposed to go. Otherwise, this isn't going to be very useful once I start adding a whole bunch of species. For just humans, all good. But once I start adding stuff like whatever the heck this is, lancelets, fungi, plants, chimpanzees, pigs, cows, cats, everything, it's gonna make a whole lot less sense. So I need to figure that out first, and then I can add more species. So, hello again, Tanya. How are you doing? Trying to think of how to do this. So what I can do is if I zoom in, that's unhelpful. If I zoom out too much, then it can't be read. I think the way to do it, to do this, which contains this, is gonna get really ugly really fast. Or I can do this. That makes a little more sense. So, I'm gonna lose a little information though. I don't want to do that. I want this to be as informative as possible. What do I have in the purple text? I have vertebrates, olfactoras, dif... Uh, like... I can put this in the description, because otherwise it's just kind of being doubled anyway. Okay, fine. Doing okay, tired after weekend, had to do some real things instead of playing Minecraft all the time. Yeah, real life kind of gets in your way. But, good. Tired. Tired is... It's okay. It's alright. I am fine. I had... Wait. Yeah, I'm alright. That's really all there is to say on the matter. So, what happens if I do this? Oh, see, if I do name, then that makes everything a lot more consistent. Do I want consistent? I guess so. This means I have to redo so much. Hold on, I'm answering someone who is about to take a really important test. Not a medical test, just a brain test. What's it called when you put something into your brain? Propaganda. Yes. Try propaganda. No. Try... No. Instill. There we go. That's... I don't know if that's the right word. No, I really cannot type. This text should have been done 2 minutes ago. Before I started it. Okay. Got it. Everything is right in the world. Okay, so the way I'm doing it is species. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But the see the thing. Okay. Let me tell you what's going on in my brain. So the way I had it before, each of these is a unique marker. So if I wanted to say what's human in, I can say life, eukaryota, podiata, amorphia, obozoa, easy stuff. The way I have to do it now, I can probably still get away with it. With doing it that way. Yeah, that'll work. So, sapiens will include all of this. I just have to say that it's a species. So, clade, and then species. The problem with this, though, is that it's more text. The more text I have to include per line, the more data inefficient it becomes. So if I want this idea to be used by programs, which we're going to get to, by the way, the worse it becomes for... Because, like, you add one character, right? Multiply that by 1,000,000 species, that's a whole photo worth of data that you don't need to be using. If you're using 10 letters, that's 10 megabytes. So I need to make it as concise as possible. And maybe it can be compacted more by other people, but... Let me use info instead of disk. I feel like that's gonna be a good step forward. Because, I don't know if you know anything about things, but description is a whole word, and it's a long word. Info is a shorter word. It's still a... I mean, it's not shorter than desk. but it starts with a different letter, meaning I can do C for clade, D for divergence, and I for info. We're not going to do that yet, but it's good to have in mind. Yeah, we'll do the more spooky music today. So, info, us. 30,000 or 300,000 years ago in the Quaternary. Okay. So now I need to do the long and arduous work of moving all of this down a layer, which is... This isn't fun. I think I need to do this, though. This is gonna look weird, but don't worry, it is weird. Okay, that's as long as I can make it. Okay, yeah, that works. So, I mentioned something earlier about things. So, okay. This is what I showed last stream. I pressed the minus... Oh, yeah, so I found out how to change views. So, in the bottom left corner, you probably can't even see it, there's visualization type. Blech, visualization shape. So, this is what I showed on stream last time. And then there's some other views, like polytomy, which is, it's weird. Natural. It's natural, but it assumes something about what is on the main branch, which I don't like. It assumes there's something more important about that particular species or that line, which is not pleasant. Fern is the one that I found the most useful. And then there is balanced, which it's a way of doing things. And what's cool is that you can use image sources that are verified or in the public domain, color by extinction risk or species popularity. Blue is less popular, I think, and the most popular is red, I think. Just like a tree. You know, trees are colored like this. If you've ever seen a tree before, you'll know instantaneously what this is. And there is colored by ancestor's tail, which I think is just a cool color scheme. And if you're colorblind, too bad. No, I'm kidding, there's a colorblind thing. I don't know how to describe it other than it's a thing. Oh, and it exists. Yeah, that's the other thing. So, that's cool. Except I don't really like it. It's clunky, and zoom is kind of annoying, and there's no hotkey for it. At least, you know, you can't zoom in, you know, with the normal hotkeys, obviously. So there's that. It has its pros and it has its cons. Then there's this one I found, and I am so happy I found it. This is an amazing visualization tool. I'm full screening. That's how serious I am about this. So, you can zoom in with your mouse, or you can press the plus button and the minus button to zoom out. There's one issue in that it only zooms out to the center of the screen, not based on where your cursor is, but that's fine. So this site is a life map, and it is really cool. So, let me substantiate that claim by showing it to you. So these are the eukaryotes, these are the archaea, and these are the bacteria. Eukaryotes, now what this doesn't show is necessarily evolutionary history, because the other map, this shows that, see, this is the problem with, where's the plus? There's a zoom button here. So what this shows is archaea and eukaryotes are related, right? This one doesn't show that, unfortunately. But it more than makes up with it in these semicircle regions, which I think are pretty cool. So here are the eukaryotes, and instantly we can tell these are the green plants, and these are the multicellular animals. With the other one, we have D-pan-archaeal group. This doesn't have a name, which is confusing, and I don't know what this means. And then there's TAC. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. And eukaryotes? Like, I don't know what I'm looking at here, right? And I'm studying this, you know, I'm trying to learn more about it, and I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what any of this means. here they show the more useful name for the general public, and then when you click on it, you can see, you know, more information that basically takes it, rips it from the Wikipedia page. Music is weird. You are correct. So here we have the protostomes, the mouth first, the deuterostomes, the mouth second, and the jellyfish, I think? Flatworms, sponges. Zooming in all the way over here. It's spooky music. Okay, okay, fine, fair. It's not spooky. This is a little spooky. It's also very weird. Wait. Oh, for long maps, it'll show you, or for long lines, it'll show you directions. Like a Zoa. So a lot of these aren't super helpful, but this deuterostome thing, I've heard of it before. Echinodermata, Asteroida. Asteroida, okay, that sounds cool. The sea stars. Starfish are here. And here, I don't know what's here. Sea urchins and stuff, I think. And then it takes a while to load. Here, fishes. It just says fishes. So I know all the true fishes are there. And then we have Teleostomi, which I'm gonna look into this later, but there's all these things. Vertebrata. Ooh, Mammalia. I like those. Let's see. Metatheria. Oh, I actually don't remember how to go to humans from here. Diprotodontia. No, these are the opossums and stuff. The non-placental mammals. Oh yeah, we're Boroeutheriates. Here, primates, simiiforms, Catarrhini. That takes a while to load. Oh no, we're not here. We're here, right? 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 Please? Somebody? Where am I? Monkey. Oh, it's over here. Hominidae. Homo. And Homo sapiens, including Neanderthalensis and Denisovans. Cool. Try to do the same thing here. Like, I'm cheating because I already know what the names of the groups are. Bilaterally symmetrical. Yep, we're up here. Spirelia. Oh gosh. See, the zooming here is a little... I feel like I missed it. Yeah, I did. I skipped over it. Insects. Yeah, we're not insects last time I checked. Ah! Whoa there. Deuterostomes. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That zoomed in way too much. Snakes, skinks, geckos. Ah, here. Rodents, primates, and more. Ah! We're related to mice. But we're not that related to mice. Bats? Maybe? No. Elephants? Like, I'm struggling. Oh, here we go. They're related to shrews? See, I didn't even know that. Macaques. Great apes. Human! We did it! Woohoo! That was far more annoying. Like, the visuals are good, but it's... navigating is very difficult. It's not intuitive. And because the shapes are very similar, you get lost. Just like the word spooky, it sounds unpleasant to you. Sounds like a skill issue. Yeah, the word spook has an interesting history in different languages. Hold on, I need to send someone an emoticon. Because I don't do emojis, really. Oh wait, I want a sad face. Yes, the sad face. We are sad today. Very sad. But we move on. Okay. That was out of tune. Now I'm confused. What? Oh, ha ha ha. Right. No, no, no. Okay, let me try it this way. Okay, that's better. Okay, so here we have... What song is this? Oh, it's when you die. Yeah, here we go. This is some good music right here. I wouldn't call it spooky, no, but very pleasant. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. Wow, Spotify chose to put that song after? Those couldn't be more different. Oh, this is gonna be annoying, isn't it? Maybe... No, yeah, it is. Okay, so... Oh, hold on. I'm having a call. Okay, this is more spooky music. Yeah, I learned how to mute properly, so if you heard me a little bit, let me know, because then I just need to change my entire headset. But until... Assuming that's not the case, I will just continue. So... this is a little... You're not going to be able to see it, but that's fine. So Sapiens closes and opens. Homo opens and closes. That's weird. Nope, all good. Sweet. Okay, yeah, I think I'm doing it right. I need to speed it up, though, because... I needed to go faster. Okay, so... Here's the thing. Some clades don't have names, and I don't know what to do about that. A clade is basically a group of organisms that all share a common ancestor. So, for example, humans and apes are in a clade. And humans and fish are in a clade, and humans and plants are in a clade, right? There is one single clade that contains all of us. If you wanted to include plants and humans, but not gorillas, or if you wanted to include, you know, any other thing, that wouldn't be a clade. A clade contains all its descendants up to the common ancestor. And all the ancestors up to the common ancestor. So for example, Homo, or Sapiens. Sapiens contains all these guys. The species. Homo contains every species here. So if there was another Homo, like Homo habilis, right? Then I would do... Oh, that's a good question. How would I do that? I think I would do it after. I would do it like here, like... habilis. And then here... That doesn't look right. No, that does look right. I was just... My eyes were brain. My eyes were brain. Yes. My eyes were full of brain. You got 666 hours of gameplay on server if you play. Just in time for Halloween. And you bred a blue axolotl. Nice. Those are rare. I have not been able to get one legitimately. I mean, I haven't been trying, but the times that I have tried, I just gave up. So I am happy that you were able to get that wonderful creature. A great creature. I think if you breed it with another axolotl, there's a higher chance of getting another blue one. Let me look up Homo habilis. Yes, this guy. So 2.31 million years ago. So 2.31, right? The fact that I can't use commas here... I guess I could use commas, but then it would screw up everything. Homo habilis. Handyman. I'll just call it Handyman for now, because I don't want to waste time. Okay, after you set up a proper live fish farm, it took you less than 2 hours. Huh. Nice. Okay, so, here's the deal. Once upon a time, I was thinking outside while walking the dogs, and I realized, this whole project has a problem. All the things are backwards. Okay, fair enough. But there's another problem. What happens if you want to include multiple species? What order do they go in? Because if you just go in a random order, that's kind of a mess. And I made the realization that I need to do it either in time order, chronological order, or in ABC order, alphabetical order. And I decided on alphabetical order. Okay, that's a little annoying, but actually it's fine. But there's another problem, and we're going to get to that when I type this word, and then when I look at it again, because I don't want to look at it right now. Yeah, you want to get a second one difficult way. I know that first one can be read for 50% chance. Oh. But you want to make it more difficult. That's fair. But I didn't know it was that high. Okay, so... I'm trying to find a way to make this more efficient. Also, this is throwing me off a little bit. Also, if I use 0 as a placeholder, that might give weird data. Huh. And I can't include this, right? Yeah, no, that breaks everything. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to leave it like that for people in the future, which may or may not include me. Okay, so if it has a text after it, I haven't done it yet. Okay, so to fix that, I replace it... What? I did something wrong. Homo is here. Homina. hominina, 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 hominine, hominidae, hominoidea. Hominoidea, hominidae, homininae, hominini, hominina. Okay, I think I got it. After you get one blue, then it's the same as breeding two other colors. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. That is very helpful. So, 50% chance of parent and 50% chance of other parent. Cool. I am trying to understand what the heck I did here. Because there might be a really easy way to do this. I just need to pause the music to figure it out. So, the pattern that I have here is Sapiens contains all this information. So one thing I could do is pull all this information down to here. The other thing I could do is keep the information at the same level, just change the name. That seems like a lot easier. But I already started doing it this way, and I'm getting very confused, so let me just put Homo in its own little group. I think it's this one? No, that's hominina. Homo. Right there. Okay, now I don't have to look at that confusing nonsense. People who named these had not made it easy. They all sound the same. Yeah, so the naming scheme is basically Idea, or Oidea, for a superfamily, and then family is Ide, subfamily is Ine, tribe is Ini, and clade, and what is this? It's not a genus, because the genus is Homo. Hominina is a subfamily. Okay, hold on. So, wait, what? I typed in one thing and I got another thing. Oh, that's very confusing. That is very confusing, even though I know what I'm looking for. Okay, Hominidae is a family. Uh-huh. Homininae is a subfamily. Hominini is the tribe. Okay. So what if... Okay, let's start from the top, actually. Because I am getting very confused very quickly, and that's not good. Being confused is okay, except when you're dealing with something that might be pivotal in the future of biology. So, probably not, but we can hope. So, cells needs to contain this information. But what if, spoiler alert, or not spoiler alert, what am I talking about? I don't know. What if I just defined the top layer as cells? So, cell curly bracket, and then a curly bracket at the end. Okay. Then all I have to do is call this, and what did I call this? It was a clade. Clade, and then text, because it doesn't really make sense to call this a clade. Okay, so that's the top layer done, and then I move on down. Okay. Now we have a pattern, and patterns make recognizing data easier, and we're gonna be just fine. I'm gonna copy this because it's gonna make it easier to type things. The clade is... Good question. Oh, so I don't know if you remember this, but at one time... Oh yeah, it is that other thing. Hold on. One. Get rid of this. We're gonna do butterflies later. Don't worry. So, remember how, you might remember, at the end of the last stream, I did all this work by hand and then realized most of the work had been done for me. That's great. It's just great. Also, Archaea is sometimes said to be a branching point. We're not gonna worry about that right now, because 69 is nice. That's a good number of layers to have. But later we're going to make it more fundamental? That's not the right word. More clear-cut and stuff. So Eukaryote is a domain. It diverged 2.1 million years ago? That's a different number. Well, I'm not going to trust these numbers. That's not really useful. Or that's not very cash money. I don't know. Clade is domain. No. Yes. I didn't do anything wrong. We're good. So I move domain here. Domain goes up. Name goes up. Yes, so this goes here. Clade goes here. And text goes there. Amorphia goes here. Yeah, it's just weird seeing this all in black instead of in purple. Text goes there. Clade. I need to remember. Clade. Okay, so Obazoa goes here. Text goes there. Clade goes here. That's my pattern. Opisthocotonts, whatever, goes there. Text goes there. Clade goes here. Holozoa. Oh, wait, we only have to worry about Anomalia. This goes there. Text goes there. Clade goes here. Philozoa goes here. Clade goes here. I'm doing it in a different order to see how I feel. Text goes there. This goes here. Yeah, I don't like the order. That goes there. Clade goes here. Anomalia goes here. Kingdom goes here. Yep, it's working. Clade goes here. Oh yeah, baby. We found a pattern. Subkingdom goes here. Although, hold on. Diploplast. I don't need to have diploplast. Parahoxosa goes here. Yeah, that's not a very helpful description here. Parahoxosa, does this have a name? No. So I just leave it as text. What? Oh, the clade is clade. Oh. Oh yeah, this is back before I realized that clade didn't mean anything specific. It's just the word. Nephrozoa. Nephridia having things. Now we have deuterostomes. Wahoo! They developed an anus before developing a mouth. You are included in this superphylum. Superphylum deuterostomes. It doesn't have a name here, but it does have a name lower down. Chordata chordates. Clade. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Hold on. My back hurts. Ooh. I am cracking literally everything. I'm even cracking my chair. Oh, I cracked my neck there. Didn't even mean to do that. Well, factors. They are a clade. Well, they're text. They are an example of text. Really should be calling textbooks olfactorist books. Why? Okay, so vertebrates are a subphylum. Does that make sense? No. Yes. Yeah, because subphylums can be they can be a little bit lower. Just one moment. Okay. This is a superphylum. You can have stuff under it, then the phylum, then stuff under it, and then the subphylum. That's my TED talk. You can have things under other things that aren't the thing that's under the other thing. Because it can be under the thing that's under the thing that is being named after the thing. Super smart stuff. That's what they don't want you to know. The clade is subphylum. Okay, Gnathostomata, text, and clade. The true Gnathostomata, because the last category was not quite real, or something, I don't know. So, this is interesting. I'm gonna keep it in info, with a lowercase letter. Ah, yes, the song. Oh, this isn't the song, is it? No, it's a song. My bad. Okay, I'm probably not gonna be able to no, I can use my brain. Okay. Interesting music, huh? Text. Text, and clade. Text, and clade. Ooh, whoa! Things with 4 legs? Alright, we're getting somewhere. This is such a different vibe from the last song, goodness. But made by the same person. And in fact, the same game. Crazy. Only have a couple dozen more layers. I'm starting to get the hang of the simpler ones. Because there's not a lot of info here. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of info here. There is no shortage of information. It's just not information that is unique. Text, and text are not particularly noteworthy. Also, there was a space there. I can't believe you didn't see that and tell me. Wow. Tanya is snoozing off. Not noticing the important stuff. I wish I could tell jokes and just, like, stick with them. But I give it away as soon as those words, or before those words ever leave my mouth. I cannot lie to people. I cannot... Like, sometimes I can lie to people, right? I think everyone is capable of it. But it is so difficult for me to have a joke or a punchline or a lie that I want to sell that I know isn't true, and like stick with it. It's so hard for me to do that. Because it's a social skill that I just never developed. Don't even see text, it's so small. Oh. Oh, yeah, because my screen is really big. And then YouTube, like, squeezes the image a little bit. Oops. I can make it a little bigger, but I can't make it much bigger. Otherwise... Or no, yeah, I can... I can just move it to the right. Yeah, this'll work. Now you can read the important information on the screen, such as Theriodontia. Eutheriodontia. Cynodontia. Rest in peace, Cynodont. And I don't mean the dead. Oh, Clade. I almost freaked out, like, oh my gosh, did I miss something? No, do it how it's convenient for you. No, you! No, this is fine. The reason I complained is because eventually I will have to stretch out the windows so big that it's too big. Like, this is what I'm dealing with right now. Right, so this is my monitor. It's 3440. Wait a minute, I could make it exactly. It's 3440 by 1440. Right? So you can imagine that I have a monitor size that's about this big. And I can only make a window about... let's choose a different color. Out this big. I think I can make it a little bigger, like that. I can only make it this big and move it around. And it won't let me make it any bigger. So if I have a huge amount of text that's rolling over, it can be very confusing to work with. So I can only zoom in so much, like, let's say I'm typing words, blah, 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 right? Zoom in too much, and these words start drifting off because they are so big. I just realized I changed the font size to 15. Yeah, so it stops being useful. So there is a limit to how big I can make the screen, or how big I can make the text, I should say, before it becomes. But we will get there when we get there. The fact that these are so similar is just a little annoying, because it makes me second guess what I'm doing. I guess it's good that I'm second guessing, because then if I am making a mistake, then I have to deal with it sooner rather than later. Mammalia morpha. We're in the part of the tree of life that contains mammal-like things. What? Don't be mistaken. There's something even more mammal-like, and that's the mammalia forms. Yep, it's even more mammal than the other ones. But get this, there's even more mammally mammals, and that's the actual mammals. So the clade is class. Mammals have class. Yeah, so... Uh-oh, I'm starting to misspell things. Not class, clade. Don't be mistaken, clades and classes are different things, and that's... Quick pause from this. I wonder if the word clade and class are related. Also, you need to spell things properly. Class, or clade, from Greek klados, meaning shoot or branch. Doublet of cladus. Class, from French class, from Latin classis, from Proto-Indo-European quel, doublet of class and classes. They don't actually have the same root. They are completely different words. They just convergently evolved to be used in a very similar way, at least in biology. And by similar, I mean a class is an example of a clade. And you can imagine clade as being a type of class. Like a class of school children is very different from a class of animals. Slash clade. I don't know, never mind. Placentalia. Yay, things with placenta. Yummy. Boroeutherium. I don't know, some people eat their... Yeah. That's a thing people do. I also typed it again. Clade. Not class. Clade. I can't even tell what's weird anymore, because animals do weird things. And we're animals. Are we weird for doing animal things? Are we weird for eating meat? For traveling places to get the best food? Oh. Primates. Clade. Haplorini. Haplo means half, right? Or small? What does that mean? Haplo, single or simple? Ah, okay. So, we have the primates, and within primates we have haplorini, or simple nose. We have simpler noses. That's what that means. Hey, you! What? You got a simple nose. You want to say that to my face? Yeah, I'll say it to your simple nose. That's how I imagine people to talk. Oops. Now we have suborders and infraorders, as if everything else wasn't confusing enough. Simiiforms basically means it's formed like a simian. Catarini, so kata means down, but katar, I don't know what katar means. Rini? Flat. Wait, what? The technical distinction between New York... Platyrrhines have flat noses, and the Catarrhines... Cata, yeah. So they just added an extra R to be confusing. Thanks, scientists. Okay, so yeah, these guys... No, I don't care about... No, you misunderstand. We have the simiiforms that have the Platyrrhini. I don't know, dude. That looks very similar. Oh, specifically like the spider monkeys? I went to look up the spider and squirrel monkeys. I didn't even know there was a difference. I thought those were synonyms. Look at the little guy. I guess the nostrils go out to the side, whereas in Clatterini they go forward? Question mark? I'm not entirely sure. But that reminds me to add... Where is it? Here. I have to drag all the way over. Okay. So, spider monkey. Spider monkey. Squirrel monkey. And I will talk about this list in a little bit. Once I'm done with this. There's a lot of things happening at once. Ah, no! No, it undid everything that I just worked so hard for. And it did it again. Thanks. I really appreciate what you're doing with... Oh, see, look, this is as big as I can make it. And it's only... Oh, wait, what? It's only as wide as the 2 screens, so it's not even double. Or 1.5. It's just 1440 by 1080. Or 1440 plus 1080. It's a weird way of saying resolution. But it's true, okay? It's true. Okay. Moving on. Catarini. Down noses. Just like I suspected, except they added an R. Because, let's be confusing. And we have Homoidea, Hominidae. Okay, now we need to copy that. Homininae. Subfamily here. Homininae and then hominini, right? Right? Shut up. Shut up, you flat-nosed freaks. I'm sorry, that was really rude. So homininae and then hominini, but I added a bracket. Oh, because instead of making one lower down, I added it up. Okay. That's still kind of confusing, but it's fine, because I can... That is incredibly frustrating. Here. Now this is spooky stuff. Oh, I don't need to find a synonym for spooky. Sinister. A sinister... what's it called? Composition. A ghastly or ghostly or frightening or bony? Hominini. Hominini. So, Hominini is a tribe that diverged, who cares, that contains Hominina, which is a who cares, and then Homo, which is a species, a genus, and then Sapiens, which is a species. Words are hard. So, what I need to do is destroy this, and then destroy this. I'm going to copy it, paste it into here, which I think should actually go... Actually, all of these should go in the other thing. So we have life map. This I'm going to look into later. And one zoom, which goes here. Get the other one. No, the other one. Put that here. Oh, these shouldn't be grouped. Why are you grouping them? No. I don't even know how to group things. And it's like, hey, you want to group them? I'm like, why would I want to do that? Oh yeah, it could be... Instead of making different tabs, they could have different groups. Well, it's too bad. Any errors? Oh, there is an error. Unfortunately, I can't even read what the error is because there's so many tabs. Okay, there's an error on line 278. Let's see if I can find 278. Right here. Oh, there's not a comma. Ha. That's... If there's one character that messes me up more than any other in JSON, it's commas. Now there's a problem at the very end. But it says it's on line 379. That's what's a little concerning. What happens if I remove... Hold on. Let's do it all the way over here. Okay. Duplicate, diverge on 337. Is that the only error? Because if so, I'm just shut up. I don't care. On 337. 337. Yeah, there should be because... Oh no, there shouldn't. Right, I still need to fix this. Okay, but everything else is fixed. So we went from 19,000 to... Or 19,300 to 19,600 characters. That's not good. Hold on, what is the common ancestor to these guys? Oh gosh. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to full screen this. So here I do need to go down, because I can't go up. Yes, that is correct. How do I indicate species? I already forgot. Let me just give it a shot. Cephalocordate. Okay, that's just a synonym. Diverge, info, and that's it. Yeah. So for things that I don't have any more species or further clades, I just leave it like that. I think. So let's... I can throw all of these under a single... Hollow Mycota. I really am not great with the keyboard. There. So, Hollow Mycota contains the clade text, diverging info here, info text. This goes up here. This is a clade. This goes there. This goes here. With clade. And then all the info would go... Okay, fine. I'll do this. That way I don't need to make more mistakes with commas. That's the most annoying thing. That's not spooky. That's not otherworldly. I'm just literally using a dictionary at this point. Okay, so... Oh, no. What? There's a problem... all the way with the top? Really? Well, that's a problem for future me. Right. Okay, so that goes there. Fungi is there. Zoosporia is here. Holomycota is here. And then this should be in line, such that that goes to the top. Okay. I don't see what the problem is. I don't see a problem. So you need to shut up now. Even though you think it's great, it is really not. What? Now that doesn't make any sense at all. None of what I said makes sense. Are you kidding? How is that supposed to make any sense? I just had an idea. What if for clade, I had a number? But then I have to update the number every single time. That doesn't sound fun. So yeah, I'm not gonna do it. It was an okay idea, but its implementation would be... It would not be very convenient. What am I missing here? And if you say that there's a duplicate something or other... On line 372... Wouldn't you know it, it's another comma problem. It's... Where is it? 372? Here. It's still problematic. Why? Why are you problematic? 386. I thought I included another... If I just throw in another one? Ah, I can't just throw in another one. I have to actually find out where the problem is. It seems to be at the very end. Okay. No, we have to go from the top, from the bottom down. What? From the bottom up. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. No, just, I think it's this way. Yeah, okay. Okay, oh. You aren't going to be able to see all this. You're literally unable to even. Because I am unable to even. And I can't... I don't want to do... Stretch it from one monitor all the way to the other. And also this way. So I'm not going to be able to read chat for a little bit. So, Sapiens... Then Homo... Or no, then... Habilis... Then Homo... And everything else looks good. Wait. That doesn't look good. Why didn't that look good? I think I spotted the error. This isn't spooky. I guess that is. I think it's here. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, it's valid JSON, but does it look right? That's... yeah, I do need to keep it in this view, actually. Frustratingly. So, out of curiosity... If I had done it the other way... If I had just planted this over here, how would the structure have changed? Oops. What? Oh, I need to format. I don't see a difference. But that makes a huge difference. Why can't I see the difference? Uh-oh. No, no, no. Stop it. Stop it. Right to this. Okay. So what you're looking at right now is a comparison of two things that are not supposed to be comparing. Where is the compare tool? I cannot see it. I'm trying to compare this thing. No, no, stop. Stop being stupid. Compare this. This to this. Okay. There's literally zero difference. No, there's the difference. I don't see a difference. I guess if anything, Cephalocordata is in the wrong place. Um, so Cephalocordata is in Chordata. It is not in olfactories. So if that's fine, then everything else is fine too. Let's do the same test. Olfactories is down. Yep. Okay. Just for sanity's sake, I'm gonna take this and put it here. Not a measurable change. But whatever. Okay. Now, I probably have to redo all of this because... Not redo all of it. No. Cephalocordata, where are you? Or olfactories. So the way I want to do this is I want to put... Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. I want to put everything in alphabetical order. So I need to include the entire thing and then put it after here with a comma. Can't forget the comma. Oh, not in olfactories. No. No. In chordata. So before olfactories. Right here. Comma. Okay, that's in alphabetical order. Now... this luckily is in alphabetical order. F becomes H. Yes, that's definitely what I meant to say. F comes before H. And then luckily amorphia comes before biconta. So we're good. We are just chilling. Here in Cedar Rapids, which is a place that actually exists. Surprisingly. Can you believe places exist? It's more likely than you think. So yeah, Cephalocordata is going to be right there. And then we have this huge branch that goes all the way to Sapiens. Very nice. Alright, so I mentioned earlier that there's this thing that was bothering me. Why are these... Oh yeah, why are these dumb? There's like a whole extra line here. And here. So we go from 19733 to 19733. Okay, equivalent. And then we add this. And bop. Oh, except we have to change this completely. You know what? What? Text. Okay, text, diverge, 0 text, info text, and text. Sweet. Save. Alright. So here's the thing that was bothering me. It's not here. here. Hybrids. Now that might be news to you if you know that I draw a hybrid. Yes. I go here and I do this. These are bubbles of health. Okay, they're not smoke. They're bubbles of however bubbles are made. And then there's a window here. You can tell it's a window because it has the window frame. A door with handles, something like that. There's the engine. It's V8, which I know what the juice looks like. So there. And then there's the back of it that has the groceries. That's the handle. The tires need spokes, obviously. Yes, so I draw a hybrid. I drive a hybrid. Thank you. I drive a hybrid. So, wow, that was like a joke inside a joke inside a joke. Okay, so anyway, hybrids, they, we're gonna use this again, actually. So, this is the tree of life, right? You have branches that have branches that have branches that have branches. Some things have multiple branches. Point is, it's a linear direction. You know what a hybrid does? It does that. Which, oh, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. Oh, yes, it is. That's bad. That's annoying. That's really annoying. How do you deal with that? Here's a trick I figured out. Pretty good trick, huh? So, here's my solution. Tentative. I don't know if it's going to work out long term. Let's say we have a Bicont and a SAR hybrid. Normally I would give species examples, but the only species I have are of humans. Actually, yeah, no, I'm not gonna use humans, only because scientists are a little confused as to whether Neanderthalensis is a subspecies of sapiens, or if it's not, and it's confusing. So, we're gonna ignore that. Let's say I want to have a Bicont and SAR subspecies. Here is my solution. Which one comes first in the alphabet? SAR or Biconta? Biconta? Great. It's going to be here. And it's called the cow thing, right? So it's going to be above SAR in the alphabet. So this is going to be called cow thing. Clade hybrid. I don't think it would actually be in a clade called hybrid, but for the sake of argument, clade, diverged, 0, whatever, info, it's a hybrid with, and then I would write the name of the thing that it's hybridizing with. So, like, goodness gracious. With blank. You know what? You know what? That's not a phrase people use in that context. There's just one problem with that. What if there's some fungus species called SAR supergroup? Oh. See how that creates a problem? And you're like, nah, that's not a problem. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Because remember there's this thing called homo and hominina and hominini and homininae and hominidae and hominoidea. That's for one species line. Imagine the complex cross-naming relationships between different species of completely different fields. Like, oh yeah, everyone's heard of a human, but have you heard of a three-striped mud turtle? Have you heard of the cultivar of carrots that makes it green with purple stripes? Probably not. And people are going to have naming conflicts. And, this might not be enough information to distinguish between those two. So, I don't know what the solution is. I honestly don't know what it would be. One possible solution is to add another string here called GUID. And then, for each clade, we would add... Oh, what is it? That was supposed to be creepy. I don't think it was. I think it was just bad. Here it is. GUID. 1, please. I don't know if you can read. Oh, and this would have to be in quotation marks. I don't know if you can read, but this is a whole... What? Sorry, I can't read. This is a whole 39 characters that really isn't necessary. Oh, sorry. It's a whole 47 characters that's not necessary. So I kind of don't want to do that because I'm going to have to create one for every single species, and every single clade of every single species, and every single cultivar and hybrid of every single groupings of species. That, one, it doesn't seem like a good job. That doesn't pay very well. No, I can't read. Sorry. I'm illiterate. Me too, Tanya. So, yeah. I don't want to do that. There has to be a more concise or respectable solution that I just haven't thought of yet. But here's the problem. I haven't thought of it yet, and I'm on a tight schedule, so I need to buckle up and find a solution already. Or one can just land on my lap. There's another thing I could do, though. SAR supergroup. There's not too many things called SAR supergroup. What if I created a hash of SAR supergroup and the group above me? Because what are the chances that two things are going to be named the same thing? Pretty small. What are the chances that two things are going to be named the same thing and the same thing above them? Pretty small. So we could do with that, or you could just include the genus species group. Yeah, because I don't think you're allowed to have two genus species, like a binomial name, genus species, that's the same between two species. Even if one's a plant and one's a fungus and one's a human being, like, it might be a non-problem. Just say, hybrid, crossed with, and then, Avis, I'm trying to come up with a clever name. Wait, I got it. I lost it. Okay, Avis Pidgecephalus. Comma. Yeah. So that would be that. That probably will work. Thanks, Brain, for working. Info. Us. Yeah, because I don't really need any more information. I mean, like, for humans, yeah, I should probably add a couple defining characteristics, but in general, I don't think I need another tag. Yeah, I think that suffices. Alright. Are you ready, Tanya? We're about to do something crazy! You have to say it like that, otherwise it's not crazy enough. So... No, I don't want to play Minecraft. Shut up! I don't want fun! If I wanted fun, I wouldn't be here. What? Okay, so here's what I've been up to. That's not the right thing. You see this number over here on the left, in the middle? This is the number in the list. These are the list of species I want to do. And it's not even a complete list. And it's especially not a complete list because I'm missing important things like... Oh no, I have apple. What didn't I have? Like banana? I have banana. Grape? Oh, I have grape. Well, there was the asterids. So, here's the thing. Once upon a time, I was stupid. And I have since buried that person who was stupid, and they are no longer a part of my life. I should hope. So, asterids. Hey, that's a group of things that I've seen 3-4 times since making this list. I'm just going to ignore any future thing that has that name. Little that I know, asterids is one of the largest groups of plants. So I just removed so many options that would have helped me. So now, in order to add the species that I want to add, I have to manually go in and say, hey, what's an asterid? Okay, or let me show you what I mean here. Asterids is technically the name. 80,000 species! Okay, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, yes it does. Have you heard of potatoes, eggplants, tomatoes, peppers, tobacco, sunflowers, petunias, coffee, lavender, olives, jasmine, snapdragon, sesame, sage, mint, basil, rosemary, Brazil nuts? Like, all of these are asterids. And I'm just like, huh, what if I just didn't list them all? So I'm gonna just... Well, see, this isn't a problem right here. All of these things that I just listed are on the table, are on the main page for asterids. Well, what about those weird things, like the things that wouldn't be listed on the main Wikipedia page? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through each of the clades, and that's lots of fun. What I have been doing, though, is going through a couple interesting things. And Tanya, if you can think of any interesting creature, doesn't even matter what kind it is, just name an interesting creature, and I will get onto it. At least, eventually. I mean, I have 774 items in this list. I think 3 of them are just a space to separate animals from fungi and fungi from plants. Yeah. Which I can do that. Okay. So there's actually only 772. And these lists, or these links, I should say, they make up far more than just one. So, they deserve this number over here. So, I'm looking for the Super Mega Neura. I'm just gonna plug it in and see what I get. They're all dead and they don't show up. Wait, what? This is not creepy. I want... Oh, yes, that is creepy. No, that's not. So, this guy discovered and named the fossil Meganeura. Despite being the iconic giant dragonfly, fossils of Meganeura are poorly preserved in comparison to other Meganeurids. Oh. Oh, but they're not they are the iconic giant dragonfly, but they are not the most well-studied giant dragonfly. Okay, so let's look at better preserves. That one doesn't have a picture. This is grass meganurites. Or meganuritas, I guess would be the pronunciation. Undetermined. So what you're saying is we don't have any good picks. Whatever. Oh, but then I can't look it up. Yeah, there's no... See, my basic rule for including a species is if it has a picture on the Wikipedia page. If it does, then I do it. If it doesn't, then I don't. That's my basic rule. Which makes really interesting creatures very difficult to do if there's a limited fossil record, and if those pictures of those records are not in public domain. Yeah, see, all these giant mosquito or giant dragonflies, I just can't do. All of these have the same picture as their image, which is concerning. And they also link to the same page. Oh, I see what's happening here. None of these have good pictures. Except for maybe this one. Medium-sized fossil odonates. I don't care about those. I care about the big boys. Whatever, I'll just look up Meganuridae later. Or was it Meganura? Yeah, Meganura. Dragonfly. Related to the dragonfly is the Meganura, but not within the group Meganura. Are there any other huge... Yeah, I don't care. The big boy. No, shush. I want to know. So my goal here basically is I want to know the biggest things, the most interesting things, the most different things, and also the most fundamental and most recognizable, not recognizable, but like basal things. So I want the giraffes, the elephants, the lions, the blue whales, the humans, what's an interesting plant? Venus flytrap, right? These really cool things, and also the really basic things like grass, mammal, like what's the most common mammal, what's the most common fish? The most common fish just so happens to be one of the most interesting ones, lanternfish. They're fish that glow in the dark. And I don't just mean like you shine a UV light on them, I mean like they literally glow. It's amazing. And they're one of the most common fish in the ocean. You can catch a dragonfly with bare hands, one of my useless life skills. I wouldn't try to catch giant dragonfly though, they would bite off my finger. Yeah. So these things actually, like, they do eat meat, right? Or do they're just vicious? Or not vicious per se, but like, you don't want to mess with them. Jeez, look at that. The thickness of a finger. It's crazy. That's a Hawaiian darner, though. Anax strenus? No, it's Anax walsinghami. Species is one of the largest of all modern flies, reaching a wingspan of 15 centimeters. It's crazy. Oh, so the genus name Anax is from Anax, meaning lord, master, or king. I wasn't even aware that was a word in Greek. It includes the emperor dragonfly, which is not nearly as big, and it includes Walsinghami, the giant green darner. So these guys, they're often found on lakes and kayaks in Canada. How much dragonfly will try to bite you? They're just not strong enough to break skin on hands. I don't know how I don't know this, but I didn't know that they ate meat. Like, I saw, in the ancient ones that they definitely were predatory. Predatory? Yeah, predatory animals. But I didn't know, like, I have not interacted with the dragonflies very much. So, Onyx... And I can't be bothered to find, the blue emperor. Can't be bothered to find the binomial name. Where is it? It's all over here. So this one gets to 78 millimeters. This one gets to... it just doesn't say. Well, that's disappointing. There's the Emperor Dragonfly. The Elephant Emperor. Oh, that sounds like a big guy. Common Green Darner. I don't want to do too many species in one genus or one group. Unless they have immediate relevance to human beings. You're gonna tell me about the spots they have and how many segments. You're not gonna tell me how big they are? That's dumb. That's the whole point. The whole point of this. So that's why we're here. That's why I'm here. Whatever. I'll just throw them in there. Bloop. So all of these are part of the dragonfly species, or group. I don't want to say species. Butterfly. Do I want to do this? Yes. Yeah, I don't really care. So, butterflies. This is what I was working on beforehand. So, I've organized this very long list into basic animal groups. So we have the squishy animals. These are basically all the animals that I couldn't bother putting in a phenological order. This includes C. elegans, which, if you know anything about popular science, this is the most... if you know anything, you must know about this. You might know of... this is the most popularly researched animal. We have mapped its nerve... it was the first species to have its... I didn't realize how similar these tracks are. Huh. Anyway. Spook tune. If there's a spooky song, it's this one. I'm kidding. It's not really that spooky. C. elegans was the first creature to have its connectome mapped. Connectome basically meaning its neurological circuits. Its brain, its nervous system, all of it. The whole thing was mapped out, and it took a lot of research. It also has some interesting properties. I don't know, it's like a nematode or something. Point is, I don't really care to organize this into its own group and to distinguish it from nematodes and jellyfish? No, these are squid, or slug, that's the right word. Comb jellies, tardigrades, sponges, Nautilus, squid, octopus, ammonite, uh, worms, like earthworms, nematode again? I didn't do a good job of creating this list without repeats. Oops. But that's fine. Because then we have arthropoda. We have the trilobites, the crustaceans, and you can read this list if you want. Arachnids, that's not what I meant to do. Arachnids, which include all these spiders and non-spiders, like the daddy long legs. We have horseshoe crabs, scorpion, that's a type of scorpion. Millipede, no, that's not a type of that's a centipede. Centipedes, millipedes. This is a fun one. So, what do you think this is? It says Armadillidae. It's actually the roly-polies, or the pill bugs, or the bugs that roll themselves up like an armadillo. And I find it funny that the group name, their clade, is called Armadillidae. Armadillidae. I find that fascinating. Here are the insectoids, the things that are basically insects. Like shrimp aren't, but they're very similar to insects. Very related. Dragonflies. Stickbug. I actually saw a stickbug recently here in North Carolina, so I want to find out which one it was. The lice, you know, like head lice. Diptera includes all the flies, the true flies, which includes mosquitoes and maggots, and love bug. True beetles, the true bugs, ants and stuff. I was surprised to find out that ants are more related to wasps and to bees than to termites. Termites and ants are actually not that closely related. And then butterfly and moths. We have to have a serious talk. People who study butterflies, or lepidopterists, they're freaks. They're weird. There's something wrong with them. I was once looking at a Wikipedia page for a butterfly, and the only image for that entire article was a butterfly's genitals. The only defining picture that people will take away, they'll be like, hey, what's this thing? They'll read about it, and they'll look at the picture, and that's the only thing they'll see. Not its wings, not its eyes, not any other part of its body, just that. Why? Why would you do that? That's not helpful. I didn't need to know that. This is helpful to excruciatingly few people. Like, sure, an article without an image, you know, sucks. I mean, that's basically what I'm going off of. If there's a species or something that doesn't have an image, I'm not motivated to work on it. But if that's the only image, I feel like I'm even less motivated to work on it. Because, like, oh, you know what? We're gonna slice up this insect. We're gonna post this weird pic on the internet, and it's just gonna go viral, dude. The rest of the insects, who cares what it looks like, man? It's just... This is what... You're gonna look up into the sky, you're gonna look at the underside of an insect, you're gonna be like, aha! I saw that one on Wikipedia. Those weirdos. So, yeah. That's not an uncommon thing. I also found out that insect genitals in general are just kind of like the holy grail for entomologists. What? That's what you're looking at. I mean, like, sure, it makes sense, but that's weird. That's really weird. Lepidopterists are weird. That's my whole spiel. So I spent all this time researching butterflies and stuff, only to realize that none of these were actually butterflies. This guy right here, let me resume the music. This one's really cool, by the way. It's like iridescent, and if you see pictures on here, like they look like they're kind of like glowing green. Pretty cool. These are moths. They're not butterflies. So many of these things are not butterflies, and I'm finally in the butterfly section after doing, um, yeah, 46 different species. I'm finally doing butterflies. So I've already done the Nisea, Aguilera, this guy, and I want to find out the bluest butterflies, because I've always been amazed by those blue butterflies. Also the monarch butterfly, because like, duh, it's one of the coolest butterflies. It has a great migration pattern. They're just cool. I don't care what you think, they're cool. Zebra longwing, I think it's the state. Is it? State butterfly, Florida. It is the zebra longwing. Haha! I learned things. So, yes, that is that. And I'll eventually find out how it relates to all the other butterflies. That's the state butterfly for Florida. Pretty cool. And I want to find the butterfly with the longest wingspan. So these are, like, the things that I want to find in relation to other things, and along the way I want to find blue butterflies. So the mission blue butterfly is an endangered species that is pretty cool. I mean, look at it. Look, it's so blue. That's cool. This is what it looks like from the underside. It's like snow. It's like a faint, dull blue. I like it. Very cool. But I'm going to give you an inside look on the process of figuring out, you know, basically going down the tree and seeing all of its roots. Or leaves, I guess would be the better explanation. Never mind. American moth butterflies is a species of... So, like, a lot of things that are moths, we call butterflies. And this is a butterfly species that people call moth butterflies, which is a very dumb name. I don't know who came up with that one. That was a poor. That's what it is. It's a poor. What's a poor? No idea. I don't make the rules. I just make them up. These pictures are all of dead things. That's another thing. So entomologists and I forget butterfly. What's a butterfly called? Peridopterist? Lepidopterists. They just have a fascination with the dead, which is understandable because that's the best way to study them. But like, that's actually not the best way to study them. It's the easiest way to study them. But that's still pretty weird. Like, oh, look at this dead thing I found. I'm gonna stick a needle through it just to show how much I hate it. I hate butterflies. I hate butterflies. Yawn. Another thing that throws me off, or not throws me off, that I just don't care. If a Wikipedia page has 2 sentences, it's not usually a species worth worrying about. So I guess I have to go with one of these. This one doesn't have a picture. Like, look at this! There's a whole section for, like, oh, there's this little detail about their genitals, and this little detail about their genitals, and it's sub-triangular. What? Dude, that's weird. Oh, that's even more information. What the heck? Oh, you guys are weird. So now I basically have to decide which one is more interesting to me to include on my mega list. Probably this one. Okay. So the reason I'm even bothering with these no-name butterflies at all is because of their evolutionary history. So if this guy... Oops, I messed up. If this guy, Hedilidae, were put in here, I wouldn't care about it so much. But because it's a sister group, it suddenly has more importance because it can tell me more details about the parent group, which is Rhopalocera. And Lepidoptera has another group inside of it. Oh yeah, I already did those groups. So Rhopalocera is the group of true butterflies, which includes the Hydilidae, which includes the snow name, who cares? And it also includes all these guys. So this group has, I don't know how many species. This group has 6,000 species and constitutes about 30% of known butterflies. This one, 6,000. This one, 550. I can deal with that. This one, 1,000. And this one, another 1,500. So basically, I try to go from top to bottom, or from lowest amount to most amount. Skipper. I don't think I care. Policemen. Okay, now I suddenly care. Let's do the swallowtails first. Oh. The barons? What are these? I'm just sometimes I'm interested by, you know, the appearance or by the significance, and sometimes the name alone. Like, what does this mean? What is Baronia? Baronia barbicornis. I guess there isn't much info, so I'm just gonna leave it. But these guys, what's up with them? Or snow Apollos. Ooh, I like this one. Oh, and this one too. This one has crazy eye spots. Yeah, I'll just do these two of this subgroup. These are technically swallowtails, but I don't think I'm going to mention that. So that's this subfamily. Then there's this one, which has 480 species. And this one which is extinct, which I'm going to look into. The only wholly extinct subtaxon known. What? Okay, yeah, I don't really care. These guys, though, they're just little guys. 135 species. However many. Papilio. So if it has an interesting name, I'll take it. Giant blue? Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call it blue, but... that one looks cool. Van Somerins? Like, if it has too complicated a name, it's probably just named after one guy, and no one actually cares about it. Mimetic is a butterfly that's in a whole bunch of places, so maybe look into that. The apple green. It's an interesting... Papillorex. Eh. Citrus swallowtail? Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting color scheme. Madagascan Emperor. Well, it doesn't look that good. And if I looked like that, I'd have myself called a general or something. Not an emperor. Not royal, just because I have special spots on my wings. Now, if I had wings, yeah, I'd probably be the emperor of the world. Just because I would just fly over my enemies, drop comically sized boulders on their head. But I don't have wings, so I guess I'm not as cool as these guys. Common Mormon? That actually... wait. See, like, look. They're taking pictures of butterflies in the act. And that's not weird. Go peacock butterfly. Okay. I will. Oh, there's a bunch of Mormons. The Great Mormon? Is it because they're black? That's a very... Ooh, Blue Mormon. That's a cool one. Red breast. Like, why would you name it that? It's not even a breast, that's a wing. You weirdos. Booties? They just called it booties. What? Blue striped mime? Like, if it has blue in it, I'm like, ooh, I like blue. Oh, whoa. That's a lot of stripes. Let me actually do this. Yeah, that's better. I can't spend too much time on each. Oh, I'm going by species. No wonder it's taking so long. There's so many that look cool, though. Whoa. Like these guys. Peacock. Is this what you're talking about? Imagine? We just happened to be in the same group. Or maybe you looked it up. Oh, no, this looks completely different. How related are they? Agalacio. They're in Nymphalidae, so they'd be in the following group. That I would be looking into. So, yeah. So I do need to start categorizing these things because it's going to take way too long. Or, not way too long, it'd be way too cluttered. So this is Nymphalidae. This is the European peacock. Aglacio. It's a very nice name. Very cool. So I guess I might as well look up the monarch butterfly. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. So the milkweed is a milkweed butterfly. Yeah, I knew that. It's in... Yep. Just as I suspected. This, I don't even know what it is. Oh, the zebra longwing. Yes, I know what it is. Yeah, and it's also in here. Okay. But there's plenty more where that came from. Oh, dear. A common banded peacock. This looks cool. It's like glittery. That's cool. This is in Papilionidae. Papilionidae. This one is also glittery. I like the Papilio genus. Common mime. The blue striped mime. If it's not actually blue, I'm going to kill a butterfly. It's like... Is it black and blue or yellow and white kind of thing? Like, yeah, it's blue if you squint. Or see it from different angles. I'll give it to you. Fine. No, wait, I have too many in Papilio. But booties. That one, yes. Or I guess it's boots. I don't know how to pronounce that word, actually. Bootez? The Blue Mormon. All of these are in Papilio? There's no way. Oh, they're in subgenuses. Check. Subgenuses. Okay, so this guy looks cool. And this is just a blue version of this guy. It's also pretty cool. There's actually a lot of diversity in this. I already got one with weird wings. This one's white, though. So he's cool. That's not what I meant at all. No, I meant, like, I've not seen a butterfly with a white body before. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of other green things like this. But this is cool. Oh. What? It's not Halloween music. I guess it's kind of sad music. I don't know. Cattle Hearts? What kind of name is that? So which should we go with? We should go with the green one with the brown body, or the green one with the brown body? This one looks cooler. There. Cattle Heart. Maybe this one. Oh wait, these aren't even subspecies, they're species groups. Interesting. Huh. That's gonna be really interesting to, categorize. Children, interesting name. Those butterfly weirdos and their weird names and their... Oh. I don't know. So the green celled contains this guy. No. Apart from this description, there isn't really much. Yeah, let's go with these. These guys look okay. That sends me back here. Alrighty. Wait, what? Species group. So what is a species group? It's a group of closely related organisms that are so similar in appearance and other features that the boundaries between them are often unclear. The taxa in the complex may be able to hybridize readily with each other, further blurring any distinctions. Terms that are sometimes used synonymously but have more precise meanings are cryptic species, for two or more species hidden under one species name, sibling species, for two or more species that are each other's closest relative, and species flock, for a group of closely related species that live in the same habitat. As informal taxonomic ranks, species group, species aggregate, and macrospecies, and superspecies are also in use. Two or more taxa that were once considered conspecific of the same species may later be subdivided into intraspecific taxa within a species such as bacterial strains or plant varieties. That is complex, but it is not a species complex. Species complex is in most cases a phonophyletic group with a common ancestor, but there are exceptions. Oh no, the exceptions. It may represent an earlier stage after speciation, but may also have been separated for a long time period without evolving morphological differences. Hybrid speciation can be a component in the evolution of a species complex. Species complexes exist in all groups of organisms and are identified by the rigorous study in all groups of organisms. Study of differences between individual species that use minute. That's minute. How do you say the other one? Minute.
Minute.
Minute? Minute. Morphological details, tests of reproductive isolation, or DNA-based methods, such as molecular phylogenetics and DNA barcoding. The existence of extremely small species, similar species, may cause local and global species diversities to be underestimated. The recognition of similar but distinct species is important for disease and pest control and conservation. So they're different species. So, in the case of hybridization, it leads to indeterminate forms and blurred species boundaries. The informal classification superspecies can be exemplified by the grizzled skipper, which is a subspecies that is further divided into 3 subspecies. Oh, interesting. So, in the grizzled skipper case, I don't see the 3 species mentioned. What? Found in the New World. Oh, okay. Ruralis. I'm still trying to understand this example. I assume it's in the New World. So, there's this claim that there is a type of organism, the grizzled skipper, that is a super species that contains subspecies. And there's no actual species. It is actually a species group with superspecies. But I don't see much information on this example. And I'm not about to check every single one of these quote-unquote species. Wait. Yeah, no. Some authors apply the term to a species. Some authors apply the term superspecies or species complex to a species with intraspecific variability, which might be a sign of ongoing or an incipient speciation. Examples are ring species. Oh. Or species with subspecies in which it is often unclear if they should be considered subspecies. So, interesting. So, take as an example species A. Species A is able to breed with species B. Species B is able to breed with species C, and species C is able to breed with species D. But D does not breed with A. That's a ring species, where, sometimes very complex rings form from species 1 and 2 and 3, and that combines there, and 4 and 5 and 6, and I guess that's 7, and they make different cross links with each other that aren't necessarily linear, right? Maybe this one jumps over here, but this one does not breed with that one, or cannot breed with that one. So if this can breed with this, the argument can be made that it's... Let me choose a different color. If these two can breed, then they're not a species. If these two can breed, then they're just one species. If these two can breed, it's one species, one species, one species. But you get to a point where, hold on, these guys can breed with each other, and these guys can breed with each other, and these can't breed with each other. So these must be different species. But like, these can breed with each other, and so can these, and maybe even these two, and these two. So where do we draw the line for species? Interesting. That seems like a really complicated thing to try to figure out. So... Superspecies is used as an informal rank for a species complex around one representative species. That's what I see with these butterflies. With the initial requirement that species forming a superspecies must have allopatric distributions. Allopatric meaning... So they must have geologically separate distributions. For the component species of a superspecies, allospecies was proposed. Okay, that's not really important. So, sensu lato, this phrase right here, is Latin for in the broad sense. So, a species with sensu lato, or SL, would be a species in the broader sense of the term. And then there's also sensu scrito, which is in the stricto, which is in the strict sense. So sometimes you'll have both. There's a species in the broad sense of the term and in the strict sense of the term, both under the same binomial name. Interesting. Yeah, that I don't really care about that. Mm-hmm. So this is the basic difficulty in all of this, is that A can become 1 and 2, and B and C can make 1, 2, and 3. 1 is clearly a different species from 3, and while their ancestors might have been able to reproduce, now they can't reproduce with each other. but they can reproduce through this intermediate, forming a ring species. So how do you deal with this on, a taxonomical level, but also how do I deal with it? Because that problem is inherited by this format, or I guess this format. To an extent, like, I don't care about species and genus and class and order. I really only care about clades, whatever that means, right? So I would put a species group here, and then, I can on a whim say, oh, actually, this is a species, right? And this is a subspecies. Actually, no, wait, no. This is actually a superspecies, and this is a species, right? I don't have to change anything about the format. I just change this little string of text. But if this changes, I need to change it too, right? If the structure changes, if they say, actually, these 7 things in this species, what is it called? Species complex? Actually, they're more broad. Well, then I'd have to change the structure of the whole thing. So, yeah. I feel like ignoring the problem because no one really cares about these things. Oh, but it looks so cool. And a lot of these flowers are under species groups. This guy, what's this guy? Mounted specimen. It just says it's a mounted specimen. Oh no, it says Photinus. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore it just because these butterflies aren't important. For other species, though, I do have to actually care. And I have to somehow find a way to... Because, like, this... Oh, this is the thing! Oh! Okay. Yeah, this is a problem for future me, but I will actually include this as a thing to try out. No, it's not here. It's here. Oh, I already did. Heh. Species complex. Comma, sensu stricto? Yeah, stricto. Stricto. I'm just impressed that the word strict has not changed much since its adoption to the English language. Yes. From stricte, from strictus. And the Portuguese word is stricto. And in Spanish, yes, estricto.